Situated on the continent of Oceania, Polynesia is a collection of islands situated within the Polynesian Triangle. Beyond Micronesia and Melanesia, Polynesia is one of the three main cultural regions in the Pacific. The Greek terms poly, which means many, and nisos, which means islands, are the roots of the word Polynesia. Thus, the literal translation of Polynesia is many islands. A French writer by the name of Charles Brozas coined the term Polynesia in 1756. Nevertheless, Brozas used it to apply to every island in the Pacific, defying its contemporary meaning. But in 1831, Jules Dumont d'Urville, a French explorer and naval commander who had traveled over the western and southern Pacific, suggested to the Geographical Society of Paris that its use be limited. One of the most notable features of Polynesia is its limited landmass, which is dispersed throughout a significant area of the mid- and southern Pacific Ocean. Volcanic islands, like Samoa and the Hawaiian Islands, make up the majority of the Polynesian archipelagos. Zealandia, often referred to as Tasmantis or the New Zealand continent, is a nearly submerged continent or vast chunk of continental crust that is thought to have drowned 65 to 80 million years ago after drifting off from Australia. The motions of the Pacific Plate with respect to the Indo-Australian Plate, which led to the New Zealand part emerging, was the cause of Zealandia's resurfacing. The Hawaiian archipelago makes up around half of the remainder of Polynesia. 500 million years ago is when the earliest Polynesian rocks were discovered inside of New Zealand. The Hawaiian seamount chain contains the earliest Polynesian rocks outside of Zealandia, which date back 80 million years. One of the three primary regions of Oceania is referred to in culture as Polynesia. Polynesian islands in general are included or placed inside the Polynesian Triangle. Geographically speaking, the connecting points of Hawaii, New Zealand, and Easter Island form the three primary points of this triangle. Other Polynesian inhabited islands, however, are not included in the triangle. The Cook Islands, Samoa, Tonga, Tuvalu, Tokelau, Niue, Wallis and Futuna, and French Polynesia are the other principal island groups that make up the Polynesian Triangle. There are also a few small Polynesian villages in Vanuatu, the Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, and the Caroline Islands. Nearby island groupings, like Rotunda, which is located north of Fiji, show strong Polynesian characteristics while not being part of the Polynesian Triangle. Strong cultural and historical ties exist between Tonga and the Lau Islands, which are located southeast of Fiji. These island tribes do, however, speak non-Polynesian languages. Linguistics was used to trace the origins of the Polynesian people, who were identified as a subgroup of Austronesian people who migrated by sea. Their prehistoric ancestors have been identified as coming from Taiwan via the Malay archipelago. Between 300 and 1000 BCE, the Austronesian languages started to expand across island Southeast Asia. When the Polynesians arrived in Fiji, Tonga, and Samoa during the Stone Age, they established matrilocal and matrilineal civilizations. Married couples lived close to the wife's parents, and their kinship or lineage was centered on women. East Polynesia and West Polynesia are the two separate cultural groupings or cultures that make up Polynesia. Strong matrimonial structures and sophisticated legal, economic, and trade customs characterize West Polynesian culture, which is deemed appropriate for populous islands. Tonga, Niue, Samoa, the Lau Islands, the eastern portions of Fiji, and the atolls of Tuvalu to the north make up West Polynesia. West Polynesians are said to have settled in this pattern after migrating from the Samoan Islands into the Tuvalu atolls. Eastern Polynesian civilizations are more suited to smaller islands and atolls than those of West Polynesia. The Cook Islands, Tahiti, the Tuamotus, the Marquesas, Hawaii, Rapa Nui, and other Central Pacific groupings are the main island groups that make up Eastern Polynesia. The largest Polynesian island, New Zealand, was historically settled by Eastern Polynesians who adapted their culture to a non-tropical climate. The leaders of Polynesia were selected according to their inherited lineage, in contrast to Melanesia. Samoa employs a distinct method for selecting leaders, known as whāmatai, in which candidates are selected not only on the basis of their genetic makeup but also on their practical abilities. Because these are the talents required for surviving on an island, Polynesians have evolved highly developed abilities in religion, farming, fishing, weather forecasting, building outrigger canoes, and navigating. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting videos with Junior Library.